Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Mason and welcome back to another video. Today is my countdown of my top 13 favourite skylanders. I knew I'd have to do a top 10 favourite skylanders eventually, but I like having a bit of original stuff on my channel, so I thought I'd do top 11. But then there were two skylanders that I really wanted on there, so you know what, I'm doing a top 13 now. So yeah, these are all some of my favourite skylanders. This was really difficult for me to make, but I'm pretty sure I got the order right, and I hope you enjoy. Number 13, Spotlight. Spotlight is an amazing skylander with a brilliant moveset. Her first move, her laser beam eyes, is so good for taking out enemies. They do a lot of damage, and they're absolutely amazing. Her halo rings can be a lot of fun to use. If you place down 4 of them, the halo rings will start spinning around with the laser beam, and it's really fun to use. Her Heavenly Aura move can do a bunch of damage at once, and it's really good. Her design is just brilliant. I love how you can see all the different reflections of light on her. They definitely done really well with her. I think she's an awesome skylander and definitely deserving of number 13. Number 12 is Spitfire. He is an incredible skylander. His first move is his claws, which he can attack and do a bunch of damage with. His dash move is one of the best from any skylander in existence. His fire tornado, at first I thought was a really boring move and it didn't do anything. Then I started leveling him up and it is a fantastic move. He's a brilliant fire and skylander overall. He's absolutely amazing and nobody can dislike him. Number 11, Treadhead. Treadhead is one of my favourite Trap Team cores ever, and he is absolutely amazing. He actually means a lot to me, not only as a skylander, but when I started recollecting skylanders, because I took a few years break of playing the game, Treadhead was the first skylander I got, and his moveset does not disappoint. His first move is super fast, and I love his soul gem where it can create a ramp. When he shoots stuff, like when he shoots the steam stuff explosion out of the back, I think that's really good for attacking enemies that you just want to take out really quickly. And when you spin around, it's really cool because you do a lot of damage, and if you go the path I've chosen, you also create little fire rings. He's an absolutely brilliant skylander. His design is flawless. I'm so happy I have him. Number 10, Chopper. Okay, nobody dislikes Chopper. First of all, he's a dinosaur, which already makes him awesome. Secondly, he's a tiny dinosaur in a helicopter. How are no more people talking about this skylander? His moves are awesome. His rockets do so much damage, especially if you hold them down and you can shoot out 2 really powerful rockets. His soar attack, where you get the blades of the top of the helicopter and you can just ram through enemies that way. I really love that move. And his screech attack, I think it's not that great in combat, but it's so fun to play with. But the number one reason this skylander is absolutely amazing, he has the best sky chi of any skylander ever. Because if you're flying and you press Y or triangle if you play on PlayStation, he shoots out so many rockets, it's unbelievable, and they do so much damage. Also, he can fly, which is really great for arena bosses. Yeah, he is brilliant, and he definitely deserves a place on this list. Number 9, Small Fry. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can you prefer a mini to the actual version, because obviously minis aren't as good as the originals. And that's true in every single case, except for with Small Fry. His moves are brilliant. He can use punches and attacks. It's so much fun to do them because they're so quick. He can use a motorbike and just zoom through enemies. I also have him in a better path to my actual Fry now, which is another reason I prefer Small Fry. His name is very clever and his design is so adorable. But the best part about him is if you use the second attack where he pounds at the floor. It's so cute. It looks like he's actually angry. There's nothing I dislike about this Skylander. Number 8, Legendary Trigger Happy. So I don't have the original Sparrow's Adventure Trigger Happy. The only Trigger Happies I do have is Trigger Snappy and Big Bang Trigger Happy. But I do also have Legendary Trigger Happy, who is absolutely incredible. His golden guns are just the best, first move of practically any Skylander. I love his heads or tails move where you can throw the coin and if it lands on heads it actually turns into a mine. That's really funny. And I actually got this really funny moment where I was playing Crystal Eye Castle. I threw a coin at an enemy. It was one of those big guys who do the pounce attack and they actually pounced onto a mine. I just think that's really funny. And then his machine gun is so good, especially if you have his what's it called? Soul Gem. It's just so unbelievably good. The colours of the legendary version work so well together. He is incredible. If you do not have this Skylander, which I think 2% of people in the world don't, who play scans, you should definitely get him. Number 7, Drobot. Nobody dislikes Drobot. His laser beam move is so great. You can just use it over and over again. It never gets old. His soul blades are very underrated. I think they're not nearly as good as his laser beam moves, but they're still really good. The afterburners on his flying attack is really fun to play with as well. Without his afterburners, he actually cannot beat his heroic challenge. It's practically impossible. I've tried. Top on a great design and an excellent backstory about how he was a dragon who couldn't fly, so he used his intelligence to create a machine that made him be able to fly. It's just incredible. He is perfect. Number 6, Torch. Torch has probably the best main move out of any Skylander ever. Her flamethrower does so much damage. One time I thought I'd just play a level or 2 with her just for a bit of fun, and I was incredibly impressed. Honestly, I couldn't get over how brilliant she was. Her flamethrower just does so much damage. It's unreal. Her other moves are also really great. The horseshoe is a great move. I love lob attacks. And when she whips her hair around, definitely the best haircut of any Skylander. Sorry to disappoint, Nightfall. Torch is so good and I feel like she's way too underrated. More people need to know how brilliant this Skylander is. Getting into the top 5 now, we have Terrafin. Honestly, I didn't even know I liked this Skylander this much until a few days ago when I started my Skylander Sparrow's Adventure Popular Lock and I started playing this sim for the first level. That caused me to play more of him because I wanted to, and I was incredibly impressed. I've always liked this Skylander, but I never knew how great he actually was. He has one of the best brawling moves ever. Actually, nope, the best brawling move ever. When he goes underground, it's one of my favourite speed moves of any Skylander, probably my favourite. I love how he can just jump up and just do a body slam on all of the enemies. It's also really cool how he sends out hundreds of little sharks, a lot like Terabyte, who is just a tinier version of Terrafin. Honestly, I want to play as this calendar so much more. I'm probably going to do a wire like Terrafin very soon in the future. And I do need to say thank you to Terrapog as well. Number 4, Smolder Dash. Okay, Smolder Dash is one of the most popular Skylanders of all time. Her whip is an excellent move, and her black hole is actually really cool as well. I thought she was just an Skylander though at first. Then, because that was before I actually started upgrading her, I had her for quite a while before I actually got her third move, and when I did, it blew my mind. When you press Y if you play on Xbox, or triangle if you play on PlayStation, it is unreal. She just becomes a billion times better than she was before. Her whip move does so much damage. Her black hole is absolutely amazing. I haven't even fully upgraded her yet. I'm pretty sure she's the only Skylander on this list who I haven't fully upgraded. But I can't not have her on this list with all of her amazing and indestructible moves. She is just a perfect Skylander. Okay, everybody knows how much I love Double Trouble. He is such a good Skylander, and I've made a whole series about him, which, if that isn't showing how much you like a Skylander. Basically, I could place this Skylander forever. His laser beam move does so much damage, it's unreal. And it's got great range. His exploding doubles are so funny. They can just wander around, they can damage enemies. They do whatever they want. You have no control over them, which is what makes them so much fun. I was playing Imaginators with him, just wandering around the map. I spawned an exploding double, and he got me into a surprise attack for some reason. And his best move is where he makes explosions come down. He is basically the Sorcerer Supreme. He's basically just a stranger Doctor Strange. Honestly, and his design is amazing. He has this tiki mask. I don't even know what it is. Apparently he's blue with a feathered face. I'm not sure if the tiki mask is his face or not. It's just an unanswered questions we'll never know the answer to. But what we do know the answers to is he is incredible. Number 2, Chain Reaction. Okay, nobody dislikes Chain Reaction. He is the best Skylander from Imaginators. When I first got him, I thought his design looked amazing. I know that a lot of people were talking about how great he is, so I was so happy to get him. But it actually took me, I got him in the morning, but then I had to go for a day out, so I bought him, and I just stared at his design for an entire day, waiting to play with him. It was honestly it was so cool, it got me to really appreciate his moveset. Then, if we actually get onto his moveset, first of all, he has chainsaws, which automatically makes him awesome. I can't believe it took them until Imaginators to make a Skylander with a chainsaw. But the chainsaws do so much damage. I'm not usually a fan of just attacks where you swing a sword or do something like that. But this swashbuckler can just do anything. Then he places down these little spinning chainsaws, which are so good. They're way better than landmines. Honestly, it's just brilliant. Then he can shoot off into the sky, and then electricity can come down somehow. Sorry about that little... Well... And then he slams down. How is this calendar so perfect? Then finally, what was I saying? Oh, wait, damn it, I'm completely forgetting what I was saying. Oh, whenever you swing one of his swords, he has these little blue things that come around. I have no idea what they are, but they are so fun. They just add so much more chaos to the actual screen. I have played with this calendar so much. He is just perfect in every way. I don't even know how he is my favourite. He is so brilliant, and anyone who dislikes him is crazy. Number 1, T-Rex. This calendar means so much to me. Honestly, I can't even start, but I'll try to. His design is brilliant. They've just gone so much into detail and make everything look genuine. It's unreal. I do admit, he looks more like a triceratops than a T-Rex, which is why I made a joke about how you should have called him Triceratops. But that doesn't take away from how brilliant he is. If we're going with his moves, he has the best main move of any Skylander, where he just gets a massive, he gets his fist and he just creates a massive shockwave on the ground. It's unreal. If you're fighting against Chompies, that takes them all out instantly. It does a lot of damage to other enemies as well. Then his charge attack, I will admit, it is his worst move, but it's still really good because you can get yourself out of any situation that you don't like. Oh my god. But my favourite of his moves is his photosynthesis cannon, because it's just really fun to play with. You get to shoot it so many times, and if you hold it down, it does a lot of damage. Do you hear me? So much damage. Everyone seems to go with the elbow drop moveset. They shouldn't. They should go with the photosynthesis cannon. Gnarly T-Rex is also really cool. Honestly, this could have been his original design as well. They're both just unreal. The main reason this Skylander is my favourite, though, is because he was the first Skylander I ever got. I actually didn't know I didn't know that Spyro's Adventure existed until after Trap Team. So my first game was actually Giants. He was the first Skylander I ever placed on the portal, first Skylander I ever used. I can't even begin to he is perfect. Honestly, no other Skylander comes close to being as great as he is. No offense to all the other Skylanders on this list who are also very good. I couldn't imagine what they would have done if they had picked a different Skylander to be for the life element, like Gigantus or something. No one can compare to him. I am so happy to say he is the greatest Skylander of all time. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Making this video was so hard. It was actually delayed a lot. Originally, I was going to make it a few days ago, but then the actual order of the list took way longer to put together than I thought it would. I switched around the Skylanders so many times. There were a lot. This list actually really surprised me. I thought there were going to be other Skylanders on there that actually weren't when I was thinking about it. I thought that I would have Snapshot on here. I thought I'd have a lot more Skylanders Sparrows Adventure Skylanders on there. It also really surprised me. I was very close to not having any Supercharger Skylanders on here at all. There were way more tech Skylanders than I was expecting. On this list there was 5, but on the list I had like an hour before I actually filmed this, there was 6. There were also a lot of fire Skylanders that I wasn't expecting either. On this list, overall, there were 6 out of 10 elements. I didn't get a single Skylander from the air, water, undead or dark element, not one. This really surprised me. This video is very long, but I've spent a lot of time trying to make this good, and I just really want you guys to enjoy this. But yeah, I'll see you later.